Cool Figure TV. Revolutionary salute. Revolutionary salute. Like, share, subscribe. Welcome to the House of Revolution. You know, I'm your humble host, the Yamin of Revolution, Free Karmelo. And we ready for whatever. But before we get into that, y'all be sure to wipe y'all feet. That means hit the like button. You in the House of Revolution. Like, share, subscribe, support the platform. Y'all, well, revolution is a way of life. Revolution is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I got some revolutionary lunch for y'all. Free Karmelo. Let's get into the content.
Karmelo Anthony had been white. Not only would he have not been convicted, there had never been charges. This is Old Texas Paul. Hope your coffee is as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. I really do. Whole thing was a goddamn tragedy, and it was started by the kid that died. But if Karmelo Anthony had been white and the other kid had been black, these same people that are calling Karmelo Anthony a murderer would be celebrating him all over social media as standing up. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Young man, 14-year-old man by the name of Carmack Belton was his last name, was chased down in South Carolina. Chased. The guy had to chase him and shot him in the back.
Now this guy right here, Texas, white, truth teller, is just has more balls than so many black men who scared to tell the truth. So many brothers and sisters is making fucking excuses on why Karmelo should just be quiet. Just keep his head down. Don't stir up don't stir the pot. Like it's 1920. And here's this guy who's telling the truth, telling it like it is. Karmelo didn't do nothing wrong. He's telling you the white boy was in the wrong. He's telling you Mr. Rick Child was in the wrong. Black people saying Rick Child had every right to chase that young man. Didn't the young man have a weapon? See, they know the truth, but they're too scared. We're not worried about them no more. We're going to stand tall through it all. They don't know about the Pandora's box that they didn't open. Ain't no going back.
Guy that shot him was white. Belton was black. That jury said self-defense because he was white. The only reason Karmelo Anthony was convicted was because we are a broken, fucking, bigoted country, and Karmelo Anthony was black. Mm-hmm. Any other way you slice this, it would have been self-defense.
Come on now.
We are that fucking broken.
You see? And I'm glad that man is down here saying this in Texas too. And his audience is not us. He didn't drop that statement so black people can get it picked. No, he's telling the white people, y'all should be ashamed of y'all fucking self. You're a bunch of racist bigots. Y'all know goddamn well if that was y'all's son, you would have said he was a hero for standing up for himself. But since he ain't your son and he not white, well, hey, he can't be defending himself, right? You see, no, we're not going for that shit. Bunch of these coons is talking just like their ancestors talk. They gave up our ancestors when we were trying to get liberation. They snitched on us. They got some of our people drugged back to the plantation. Some of our brothers got killed on the plantation because some of these house niggas said these things is going good. Don't rock the boat. We don't have to kill to survive. Remember, the coons been saying this for a long time.
Just occurred.
Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do.
Now,
I could say
the media, I just seen the media, they did an interview with that racist bigot. They're not playing. It's so crazy. They're pretending like he never went on a racist rant. They refuse to play that. That's why I'm so glad we got alternative black media, because that's out there. They won't get away with that. They know exactly who that man is. But I absolutely believe Jeff Metcalf is going to reap what he's sowing. He's not going to get away with trying to antagonize our people and get them lynched. He ain't going to get away with that.
I'll tell you one thing. Defend myself from you without going to jail for it. Jeff Metcalf just proved every black person right who said this case was about race, in his own words, in just 2 days after the sentencing. Check this out.
I respect everyone until they disrespect me. I've been disrespected by so many people, so many times, while I've had to sit here and take it. I'm going to tell you right now, Charleston White, you think you're funny? We'll see who's laughing.
Jeff Metcalf, I never disrespected you. Not even once. In fact, most of Black America has not disrespected you. But you know what? You disrespect all of us in this clip right here. You're about to do it. You're about to go down there and disrespect all the black people. Well, all of the prideful, respectful black people, you're about to disrespect them. And I want to give you a pass because I know what it's like to lose a child. It lingers. It's a numb pain. First it's sharp, then it's numb. So I understand that perfectly, sir. But this, unacceptable. So you want to call out Charleston White? A lot of people want to call out Charleston White. I got a feeling you didn't have a problem with Charleston White when he was bigging you up and putting down Karmelo Anthony. See, when it's no longer supporting you, now it's a problem. But as long as he was saying what you wanted him to say, I got a feeling you were okay with it. Funny how that works.
Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one.
If Karmelo is a pussy for not wanting to fight your son, is your son a bully for wanting to fight a guy who didn't want to fight him? I'm just saying, if you're saying one, you got to say the other. Let me repeat that for the people in the slow seats. If you people that are saying Karmelo Anthony was a pussy for not fighting Austin Metcalf, then are you also saying, because I got a feeling that Austin had to know that, because we're people, we're grown people. We've been in situations. We know when somebody wants to roll, somebody want to throw those hands, when somebody wants to mix it up, when somebody wants to fight, well, you can tell. You mean to tell me, Austin, you say he was a smart kid, right? You mean to tell me you don't think Austin knew that Karmelo didn't want to fight? What does that make Austin? A bully. It makes him a bully, sir. Yeah.
Drew Anthony, you're a pussy and a coward, and you raised one. Kayla, you drunk bitch.
All right. No one said anything about your wife. None of your followers, none of your supporters have a problem with you calling this woman that B. But you're going to say it's not about race. Okay. See, this is the thing I want to prove. I want to show the world this shit, because these are the type of people that want to tell me that it's not about race. Yeah. You're right. You can see it in his eyes. It's most certainly about race.
What'd you do to that boy to make him stab somebody? My God, what kind of mother are you? Hey, Kevin Hayes, you fucking liar. Day after it happened, how many lies did you sit and type up on your keyboard, you big keyboard warrior? You a big tough man. You still live in Baton Rouge? Remember you said you'd come to Frisco, buddy? You're supposed to find me. I told you we could sit down and talk. That's all you do. Talk, Mr. Squeaky Clean. You're the only one in your family without a damn record.
Sounds like Austin Metcalf's dad may have raised his kids to be fighters and bullies, and, sounds like that, because here he is right here doing exactly that. Trying to pick a fight with a grown man across the internet in his late 50s, it looks like. I wonder if that's the type of sons you have. What about? I ain't stretching the truth. I'm using the guy's own words. His way to resolve problems is to fight someone. He just offered to fight, basically. It sounds like that. It could be worse. You could be threatening other things, but I'm just going to go with the fighting thing.
You don't get
Yeah, it sounds like It sounds like you guys are the type of guys that have been getting away with doing this type of thing. That's what it sounds like.
I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. You people hang your hat on the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
This is beautiful. You people hang your hat on some of the dumbest shit. This is so beautiful, brother. I don't know if you know us or not, but this is a perfect tale of someone who's racist. Yeah, when you say you people, you're talking about black people. You're not talking about the Metcalfs. You're talking about all of black people. You know how many black people? You know, there are about 44 million black people in America. How many of them hurt your son? One. And that's all it took. That's all it took for you to be like this about everybody black and to make blanket statements. That's all it took. We've been giving you this because I understand, Metcalf, that you are grieving. But I was grieving. I've been through grieving process. That doesn't give you a license to be a racist. No, it doesn't. Metcalf, I got a feeling your animosity towards black people that you're displaying in this video, I don't think it just occurred from the tragic killing of your son. I think it occurred a long time ago. I think you were raised that way. I think it's in you, and I think you taught your kids that. I think that's how you live in your community. I think that's the get down of the get down. That's the get down of the get down. That's why you kept saying it ain't about race, because I believe you know it was going to come out that you have some warped views about race. They're coming out now. And you don't care because the gag order's lifted and it can't hurt you.
You should be ashamed of yourself. You raised that child, and I swear to God, CPS should come check on those other 3 that you still have. You never once admitted or took accountability. You tried to play victim. The real victim is the one who died.
Hey, the parents didn't do anything to you. What are they accountable for? They didn't do anything. You know, children, when they get a certain age, man, they do what they're going to do. Are you saying, unless you can prove to me that the Karmelo Anthony family, that mom and dad knew he had the pocket knife, tool, whatever, unless they knew he had it, that he was taking it to school, and that they thought he had some intentions of using it to defend himself or in any capacity, unless you can prove that, you can't put this on them. See, you actually think Karmelo came to that school or came to that track meet with the intentions of killing your son, though they didn't know each other. How would he intend to do that? Oh, I know. You've been listening to dummies like Brandon Tatum. You've been listening to these sellout fake blacks tell you that this kid is demonized, hates white people, or whatever the hell. You have no evidence of that. In fact, Karmelo Anthony rescued. He actually saved lives. He saved drowning victims. A couple years ago, he did this. He was a good kid who did a horrible thing in the heat of a moment. He made a horrible, tragic mistake. And you're trying to make it seem like he's a cold-blooded killer that ran around stabbing random people. No, he stabbed one person. Unfortunately, it was your son. One time. It has changed your son's future, ended his future. It may have ended his own. But it was not a premeditated event where he sought out to do this. I don't believe that.
I come to pray with you and show the world we can close the gap of this unbelievable racial divide.
Oh, that's what we're doing? Closing the gap? You're closing the gap? How much gap closing were you interested in doing before this happened? I bet you were old gap closer, Jeff, huh? Jeffrey Metcalf, the closer of the racial divide. That sounds like a bunch of nonsense. They didn't want you at their press conference. You weren't invited to it. They didn't come to your press conferences getting involved. I don't know why that seemed so off-putting to you.
Y'all think I'm a saint? I'm no saint. I'm as human as you. I have emotions. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean I don't sin, because I don't walk on water and I don't turn into wine.
What a gullible morons that think Jeffrey Metcalf is a saint. Well, if that's the case, so am I. All it takes is to lose a child, and all of a sudden you become a saint. Now, you're no saint, neither am I. Who told you that we thought you were? Saint Jeff, nah, that don't exist. At least my name's in the Bible.
From day one, I said this was never about race. Please don't make it about race. And
you know, it's nothing more hilarious than a white person telling you that something isn't about race. Meanwhile, everything in America is built on race. Every freaking thing is built on race. This guy has no clue at all about anything that black people deal with. But he wants to, now he's got a license to talk without knowing anything. He don't know a statistic. He don't know a factual issue. He has done no research. He knows nothing. But he now gets to talk, and they're going to give him countless opportunities because he has suffered a loss, he is now able to talk until the damn cows come home and make a bunch of dumb, ill-informed assumptions. Not about race. Why would there no black people on the jury, Jeffrey? Oh, because there you go, making it about race. No, it's about race when you remove all the black people from the jury pool. That makes it racial. There's a saying that attorneys say that a lot of lay people don't know of. I've heard this before. Let me share it with you. Cases are not won during closing arguments. Cases are won in the jury selection. When you have a black defendant up for killing a white victim, having a black juror or not having any black people on the jury, your case is already over. You don't get to tell me race doesn't matter. I get to tell you that. That's how racism works. The group of people that have been experiencing racism get to tell you when there's no racism. And it can't be conservative blacks who get paid by whites like you to say dumb shit. They can't be the ones we ask the question of, is this racial? It would have to be people who are not being paid by either the Democrats or the Republicans or conservatives or liberals. That means none of the sellouts that come on Fox News. That's what that means. And none of the hired help that come on MS Now either. Get it?
the race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race.
You know what, people? I'm going to take it all back. This guy doesn't sound racist at all. This guy sounds like an abolitionist. Listen to him. Man, this guy's Tom Hanks level. Listen to him. This is amazing how anti-racist he is. Let me play that back one more time.
The race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You have embarrassed your own culture and race.
Beautiful. Using all of the white wing talking points, black fatigue, amazing. How original. Racists don't say that at all. Hey, Jeff, is there such thing as white fatigue? Huh? Did you have white fatigue? You think maybe black people have white fatigue? Well, that's why we can't get tired of you, because you run everything. Shithead. Black people can't get tired of white people because there ain't nowhere to go to sit down that you ain't looking or lurking or popping up or sticking your nose in it.
Don't get me wrong. We got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too.
See, this is what's wrong. This man just sat there and said, black people, these black people embarrass their entire culture. Then he says, hey, don't get me wrong. There are white people that embarrass me. He didn't say they embarrass the entire culture, did he?
Culture and race. Don't get me wrong. We got white people that embarrass the shit out of me too. But you guys, you got a patent on that shit.
Really? We got a patent on it, huh? Yeah, black people got a patent on doing things. White people don't, huh? White people don't have a patent on doing foul things. Vile, foul, disgusting, horrific things to other people, huh? Oh, okay. That's interesting that you would put it that way to a black American living in America. Have you ever walked by a history book? And I don't mean like go back to like the 14, 15, 1300s. I mean like in the last, 100 years in America. Really? We got to take a trip down memory lane. You're in Texas, where white men dragged and lynched a black man behind their vehicle. Was that representative of all white people? You have a lock on grape, essay, PDFing, kidnapping, and lynching.
This nigga watched my video
What a resume.
and ain't gave me no credit.
What a resume, Jeff. Tell him what he's won, Bob. Talking about living in a bubble. Why are you even making this video? Oh, that's right. Because you want to go viral, don't you, Jeff? That's the real reason.
And the only people that's going to change it are you. Don't blame the white person because we can't change it. But you're going to blame the white person for every fucking thing else. We're the bad ones. We're the one that held you down. Guess what? You can do everything in America that I can do. Tell me one thing you can't do that I can't do.
I can tell you one thing. Defend myself from you without going to jail for it. The same people that are saying that Karmelo Anthony is a murderer because he defended himself against your son, those same people, if it was reversed and it was your son who defended himself against Karmelo Anthony and Karmelo Anthony was the one who was stabbed, they would say that your son was standing up for himself and they would applaud him for standing up for himself, for fighting back against the bully. That's exactly what would happen. That's exactly how it would go down. And I think you know that. I don't think you're delusional about how America works. That's why I can't stand when these white guys get up here and grandstand, knowing really how America works. It ain't rocket science. It's a do as I say, not as I do America. So that's your answer there, Jeff. Get a fair trial and be able to defend myself against you and not go to jail for the next 30 years over it. Now for the finale.
Y'all can let me make something racist up so y'all can go viral. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about Watermelon Felon? How's that one strike you?
This is why you don't bow to the lynch mob. This is why you don't cave in and start down talking to black people. Because the moment you do, here the white folks come wanting you to bow further. Oh, we need to learn to control our impulses. We need to stop being cowards. They thought you were lacking of impulse control before this happened. They're going to think so after this happened. They say they're going to have talking points that black people are cowards. They say that before, and they'll say it after. They believe that black people are brutes. You're not going to make racists You're not going to make racists change their opinion of you by being nice. Their opinion of you is sealed. The only thing that you sellouts can do, which you're trying to kiss ass, is make them like you individually. That is it. Because as for what they think about black people as a group, it will not change. They'll make you one of the good ones. But for the rest, they'll have black fatigue.
And man, let me say this, all of you tap dancing punks, some of these black men and mammies getting out here trying to perform, and Karmelo was in the wrong. I don't know what's wrong with the black community. Karmelo is wrong. We got to stop. Okay, just say you a coward. You ain't fooling nobody, cowards. You ain't fooling nobody. Let's be clear. We're seeing a lot of this talk, all of that where Karmelo should have moved. We're seeing a lot of tethers, and we expect it from tethers. I'm not shocked from tethers doing it. It's tethers, punks, and cowards. I see a lot of punks, sassy dudes with lisp, sitting up there talking about why didn't he move? He should have moved. See, the black community, they wrong. Okay, these are punks who's been buck broken. Okay, all right, you're a buck broken punk. A white man then ran up in you, so now, yeah, you submit to white men nightly. So yeah, I understand where you punks are coming from. But then I see some dudes who might be from the lineage. Some of them might be disguising themselves, but some of these cats might be from the lineage, and I see them buck dancing. Now understand something. Now listen, I get some of the tap dancing is y'all trying to monetize the engagement. You're trying to be a performative contrarian. You know, it's profitable if you get on social media. You know, the algorithms will get you a lot of clicks and views. And unfortunately, we got a lot of cats who just be saying shit to be contrary because it gets clicks and views. They know if you defend Karmelo, like, listen, you know, you're not going to get the same clicks and views as a person who's buck dancing. You get them YT clicks and views, you know, you get your little bag. Hell, I put up the other day, I was talking about Metcalf and all that, and they took one of my videos down. They had to put it back up because we filed an appeal with them. But yeah, they took it down when I was talking about Metcalf. You understand? So they know that the algorithms will give you a lot of views if you sit up here talking about, well, what about black on black crime? Karmelo, no, he was wrong. You can't be going around there stabbing people. You know? Yeah, we know you're trying to get you a couple of internet dollars. You're trying to monetize your own subjugation because you're a coward. We get it. We get digital buck dancing. We see a lot of digital buck dancing out here. You think you're going to get some YT validation? You're not. You're going to get a couple of coins from digital buck dancing. And let's be very real. Some of y'all feel a terrifying reality of complete powerlessness. This messes with your ego. As some men look at this, and deep down, a lot of these black men are terrified. You see? You see an innocent black kid get completely railroaded by the system by standing his ground. So that shatters your false sense of security. So instead of admitting that a system is rigged and you don't really know what to do to stop it, that's psychologically devastating. It's hard for a man to accept sometimes. So as a coping mechanism, you start blaming the victim. It's easy for your fragile ego to say, well, Karmelo should have just did what he was told. That's easier to do than say, hey, the dominant society can destroy any of us at any time, and there's nothing I can currently do about it. See, I have no problem saying that because my job is to figure out what to do. See, as a man, I'm like, okay, because I think like a strategist. As a man, listen, they got us in a very powerful position when it comes to their military and their judicial system. All right. So now I'm going to look at that system and figure out how to dismantle the injustice and produce justice. That's why I constantly focus on that. Let me tell you something. Whatever you focus on, any problem you focus on, you're going to come up with a solution to. That's the law of nature. If you stare at a problem long enough, the solution is going to come there. The problem is you start ignoring the problem, you're never going to get to the solution. And you let these people direct you away from the damn problem. They make you think the problem is everything else. Well, no, the problem ain't white supremacy. No, it's black on black crime. Well, police your community. Okay. And you go run in circles and you figure out how come you can't police your community. How come you can't change nothing in your community? Well, it's the police. How come you're not on the police force? Well, they're the white unions. Oh, so we're back to white supremacy. Just like Francis Cress Welsing told us, you're not going to escape white supremacy. All roads always lead back to white supremacy. Our great sister, Dr. Welsing, taught us that. All roads always lead back to white supremacy. All your problems, the root of it is white supremacy. That's why whenever you mention it, the white supremacists, boy, they get mad. Oh, don't focus on us because you're going to figure out how to neutralize the threat. When people say, oh, the problem ain't white supremacy, it's fatherlessness in the black community. Oh, that's where you focus on that. Okay, let's focus on that. Okay, why are there no fathers in the home? Well, they can't provide like that. How come they can't provide? They ain't got jobs like that. How come they ain't got jobs like that? Well, ain't nobody hiring them. Why are they not hiring them? Because there's white people. Oh, it is white supremacy. Shit. It's going to go right back to white supremacy. You understand? It goes back to white supremacy. It goes right back to it. That's why I never take my focus off them. That's why they are so adamant about attacking me all the time. Because I look around, I'm not deterred. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see you're manufacturing all white juries. I see you striking black people off the jury. I see the white team media getting on code. Oh, I see what you're doing. This is a white supremacist play. Oh, I see you. You see? But the thing is, man, let's be real. A lot of these dudes who's out here buck dancing, doing this digital buck dancing, see, they have a fear of arbitrary and severe retribution. If you challenge the system of white supremacy, they know that comes with a heavy cost. The dominant society, they're in a position to levy out arbitrary and severe life-ruining punishment to any black man who steps out of line and demands respect. So these performative contrarians, you know the history of what happens to black men who fight back. So let's be real. Some of y'all are just cowards, all right? Some of you are operating out of cowardice. You know, if you align with the white supremacist narrative, that's the path of least resistance. That's not going to help you. You're basically bowing down because you're terrified of the dominant society's whip. And look, again, a lot of the tethers do this. We get the tethers doing it. We get that. A lot of these people from these African and Caribbean backgrounds, they've been really showing out, but we expect that. We expect that. They use these moments of racial targeting to create a buffer between themselves and foundational Black Americans. They join the chorus of white supremacists attacking Karmelo. They're sending a signal to the dominant society. We're not like those rebellious FBA niggas. There was one dude out there at the court yelling, he's African. He's all clicked in with the all right. He's yelling he's like Ethiopian or something. He's yelling that he's African, letting the white supremacists know that he's different from the black people out there supporting Karmelo. Yeah. So they like to use this as an opportunity to let the dominant society know, look, we are the good ones. We are not like those niggas. You know, you come over here and absorb all the benefits of the foundational Black American civil rights struggle while throwing foundational Black Americans under the bus. So understand that a lot of these people, they try to use their cowardice to masquerade it as accountability. See, a lot of these dudes like to hide their fear behind this fake, sanitized rhetoric of personal accountability and personal responsibility. They get on here talking about how Karmelo should have de-escalated or just walked away, pretending they're dropping some kind of high-level wisdom. That's not wisdom, that's weakness. They use the language of accountability to mask the fact that you're too scared to hold the white supremacist structure accountable for the initial provocation. You understand? And listen, if you are a black man openly advocating that another black man should have submitted to public humiliation and unwarranted harassment, you've been buck broken. You've been systematically emasculated. Yeah, you become a de facto punk. Let's stop playing. You ain't fooling nobody. When a black man asserts his boundaries and acts like a natural man protecting your space, these emasculated contrarians view that as a threat to the submissive culture that they've adapted to. You understand? So yeah, they're sitting up here talking about Karmelo should be in jail because his resistance exposes your compliance. Yeah, and if you from our lineage doing that, you should be ashamed. Boy, the ancestors gonna whoop that ass. You're not gonna get a good Negro pass. What you think is gonna happen? You're not gonna get no immunity from the dominant society. Oh yeah, you're gonna get a couple of YouTube dollars or whatever. No, you just a punk. You just a punk, nothing more, nothing less. Just like that dude. Y'all remember the dude who called up the other day? And I asked him, I said, name me a case of a black man who used self-defense to fatally neutralize a white person and he was justified. And this fool said Tupac. When Tupac pew-pewed those cops down in Atlanta. Then he started talking about all the shit Tupac shouldn't have done and all this stuff. Yeah, he said Tupac. First of all, dude, Tupac, are you in here, bro? The guy who said that, are you in here? Number one, Tupac didn't unalive those cops. That's number one. Number two, those cops were doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. The cops actually had an illegal gun. They took a gun out of evidence, which they should not have had. Which brings another thing. Why were you on the streets with an illegal gun as an off-duty cop? What were you doing? That opened up a whole different can of worms. That's why one of the cops got fired. One of the cops resigned behind that Tupac case. Do y'all know that? Yeah, they were doing shit they weren't. What were y'all doing with a damn illegal gun as cops on the streets? See, this is why I say a lot of these pew-pewings out here, the police are behind that shit. A lot of these pew-pewings that happen that are unsolved, yeah, they go do what those cops did. They go get a gun out of evidence and go do something in the streets. And then everybody's talking about black on black crime. No, these cops that did that. But yeah, that case down in Atlanta, Tupac saw two white T men. He didn't know they were undercover cops or off-duty cops harassing some brother. Tupac got out. One of the cops drew their gun on Pac and Pac started firing back. Remember, Pac comes from the Black Liberation Army family. His stepdad, Mutulu Shakur, his godmother was Asada Shakur, who they broke out of prison. That's where Pac comes from. People forget that part of Pac. People forget that part. He comes from people who are trained in guerrilla warfare. You understand? Yeah, they're an offshoot of the Black Panthers, but way more thorough than the Black Panthers because, yeah, the Black Black Liberation Army, they were more covert. They were not about chapters and, people having open membership and all that. They were an underground guerrilla warfare unit. So that's where he comes from. And understand, and just like I told the guy, with Tupac, that really made them want to railroad Pac. Pac got harassed even more because of that by police. Because remember, Pac was already being harassed by the police. He had, when he was up in Oakland, Pac filed like a $10 million lawsuit against the Oakland police because they beat him up in Oakland. Where are my people from the town? Y'all remember that? Yes, Pac was FBA. Of course he was FBA. All day FBA. But yeah, Pac up in the early 90s, he had sued the Oakland police for, they brutalized him. Also, remember, law enforcement, they felt a certain way about him then when he sued the police. Then they had to settle. Also, a lot of y'all forget, there was a shooting, a pew-pewing in Texas. I think a Texas state trooper, somebody pew-pewed him. And the narrative was the shooter had a Tupac tape in his car. He was influenced by Tupac's record about pew-pewing cops. Y'all remember that? That further caused law enforcement to hammer down on Tupac. I think Dan Quayle mentioned that, the vice president at the time. Yeah, Geronimo Pratt was Tupac's godfather, right? Yeah, some of y'all don't remember. See, that's what y'all need the OGs around who remember all this stuff and can bring it to you. Y'all look that up. That case with the Texas trooper.
Salute, so.
And yeah, Al Gore and those guys. Yeah. They were going after Pac. So law enforcement was already on Pac's bumper. Yeah, they were already on Pac's bumper. So when then he turns around and pew-pews some undercovers. So they really got on. They really got on him. They really had a hard on for him. And that's why, again, that case up in New York, he got railroaded. That's one of the reasons I believe he got railroaded. Yeah. So yeah, put it all in perspective. Yeah, they didn't sit there and just justify Pac doing that. I think that's one of the reasons why they railroaded him into jail up there in New York on a fake grape case that he didn't do. On a grape where he wasn't even in the room when all that shit happened. You know? Yeah, Ice-T was getting it too. They were doing it to my brother Ice. Shout out to Ice. Ice, solid brother. Yeah, and Pac had been in FBI files for years. Remember, he's the child of Feeney, the Panther 21. You think Pac wasn't on the damn? And we see his FBI file is damn public record. I'm just trying to see how long he had it, how long they had a file on him. We know for sure they have it. You can go look it up online. They definitely had a file on him. I'm thinking they probably had a file on him since he was a kid. Because again, his godmother was America's most wanted woman, Asada. You know? Yeah, somebody said shit. He probably had one on him since he was born. That's true. Yeah, he probably had a file on him since birth. Remember when the Panther 21 trial was happening, Afeni was pregnant with him. When she was in jail, she was pregnant with him. So yeah, this man had a file on him his whole life, most likely. Yeah? Yes, indeed. Boy, we got a lot of people in here. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. All right, everybody raise your hand. Let me talk to the family in here. He used to speak at meetings as a kid. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, but his stepfather, who he's named after, that's Shakur, Matulu Shakur. Yeah, he was he was riding heavy, man. They were dead serious about what they were doing. They were serious about what they were doing. All right.
I hadn't covered this story yet on this Ku Klux Klan member shooting at this black family. But it's gonna be a lot of this. Y'all gotta be ready, bro. They're gonna be right. See, they won't, because the small hats, they always had these people as their foot soldiers. And then when we rise up, we forget the small hats been playing everybody. We got to keep that in mind, but we got to deal with they Ku Klux Klan foot soldiers. These brothers bust back and stood on business. But this white guy just rolled by this party where black people at, called them niggas, when guys assault rifle came back shooting. Y'all got to be ready to defend your goddamn family, bro. If you don't got nothing in your house, you are a failure. And I don't want to be disrespectful. You need to be ready to stand on business at all fucking times. There's these gang banging punks out there. I mean, business, y'all better stop trying to target one another and get on code, bro. That's serious business, man. We're not playing. This is the perfect time to just clean the community, clean everything up.
Oh man, so another crazy story, another crazy situation developing, and yet another example why them people should know, no matter what hate that you have in your heart, it's probably best that you leave it there because everybody not going, bro. But let me tell you guys this story based on how it was presented to me. So me and my lady talking about the Karmelo Anthony trial, and then while reflecting, she then tells me her mom told her a story about someone, a white man, trying to shoot up their family reunion, saying that dude drove by in the streets yelling racial slurs, trying to antagonize her family, drove away, came back with an armored vest in the AR-15 and started shooting at her family members. Luckily, some of the men were former Marines and was able to return fire and engage into a gunfight with the guy and ended up getting the best of him. But due to him having body armor, he survived and then got arrested. But they didn't even want to arrest the man. So I'm listening to the story like, God damn, like when the hell this happened? And she said the other day. I'm like, what? Lo and behold, I start seeing the police reports and everything go viral. And this the situation right here where I send this to her. I'm like, yo, this your family? And she like, yup, that's them. Crazy. But as of now, they only have a measly aggravated assault charge on this man after he tried to perform a mass shooting on his black family at their family reunion in Lee County, Georgia. We have a lot of coverage that we're going to get into, but first thing first. All right, so I got to put y'all on the freecash.com. Now, when I first heard about this thing, I had to make sure that it was legit. And look, everything is all good, trust me. Free Cash is basically a rewards platform where companies pay them to have people try out apps and stuff, and they split the money with you, all right? So if you're a dude like me that loves to play games on your phone while you're killing time, talking, watching a podcast, or listening to music, you might as well be getting paid bread to do that shit, right? Now, I ain't saying no get rich quick scheme. That's not what I'm talking about, bro. I ain't gonna sell you no BS. But you can make some decent money by downloading this app, playing some games, doing certain tasks, and hitting some levels, and you get credited money. Real bread, real cash. And you can cash that money out with PayPal, crypto, several ways, man. I've seen folks make like $10 to $20 a day. But if you have some time to grind, you can make some decent bread. You feel me? Like a little extra bread to pay a subscription bill, pay a phone bill, get some groceries, DoorDash something to the crib, like something like that, something light. Spend that time wisely. So show your boy Stay some love by clicking my link at the top of the description or hit this QR code right here, the one that's right down the screen, and you get a $5 bonus for signing up through me. Free cash, grind while you chill, man. All right, first with simple aggravated assault after opening fire on his black family at their reunion. This all took place in Lee County, Georgia, and this man right here, Ramel Green, is a hero. Him and a few of his male family members sprung into action and engaged in a gunfight with this dude and came out on top. And after being forced to, police eventually arrested Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer for, in my opinion, attempting to do a mass shooting on his black family. It should be a hate crime. It should be a terroristic threat, whatever you want to call it. The worst of the worst, that's what he is. But let's get into this news report.
Now, that shooting happened Sunday evening on Autumn Leaf Drive in Leesburg. The Lee County Sheriff's Office says Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer shot at partygoers after a verbal altercation occurred. No one in the family was reportedly injured, and Kinzer was shot after a family member returned fire.
He was charged with aggravated assault. WAOB News 10's Mariah Norman sits down with a witness who says they're
already they show you they hate aggravated assault. That's attempted murder. That's attempted murder. What the fuck they mean aggravated assault? They just can show you the contempt they have for this man. Just try to kill a whole family of people and they charge him with aggravated assault. That's crazy.
their family was racially targeted.
This family says they were celebrating a birthday and spending time together before a man they identify as a neighbor pulled up and opened fire with an AR-style rifle. Witnesses say the family was gathered outside for a reunion Sunday night.
What y'all don't understand, the news media, they've been inciting this type of shit since the beginning of time to us, bro. Never forget, bro, I'm in the land of Jack Johnson down here in Galveston County. When Jack Johnson beat that white man up and won the world title for the first time black man held it, the next day in the news media, they came out with niggas don't think y'all can whoop no white man. Don't you get beside yourself. And they killed dozens of us all over around the country because they still want to feel like they had some power. All because Jack Johnson won the title and beat a white man. The news media came out, threatened us in the newspaper, and then lynchings went on all across America. The news media is putting out this propaganda against us, and they bootlicking shoe shiners, and they enticing. Listen, all of these white people, a lot of them is unstable, bro. They unstable. Our lives is in danger. These people inciting violence towards us, bro. And they want us to just sit down and shut up. Hell no, nigga. You reap what you fucking sow, nigga. That's a fact. You sow chaos, you gonna
At night when a car drove by, a white man who witnesses say was Jeffrey Tyler Kinzer was inside the car yelling racial slurs at the group.
So when he's talking junk and he started yelling the N-word, he kept going, so we let him go. And we were just discussing what just happened, why he tripping.
But Green says Kinzer came back, this time wearing armor and carrying a rifle.
And then that's when everybody started running. He got a gun. All the kids, they were making sure the kids get in the house. And people started taking positions because they seen he had a gun. And I was in the middle of the street. That's when he raised it and fired. Boom. And I grabbed my gun and started returning fire and moving with him.
Green says he's a Marine veteran. He says he was willing to defend his family.
Aggravated assault. Boy, that right there make me go ballistic. That man just tried to kill a whole family of black people and they charged me They knew what they were doing, bro. That's attempted murder. 20 or 30 of them. However many people was out there, that's how many attempted murder charges he supposed to have. They gave him aggravated assault. They trying to rig it in the beginning. That's crazy, bro. They're not going to get away with this type of shit.
Including children and older adults who were present.
It was so hurtful. I cried all night. I'm laying outside on the ground through a shootout under a car with my other auntie, my other sister, who is 77, and I'm 62.
The investigation is ongoing. Officials say more charges are expected to come. This family says they are just grateful to be alive. Reporting in Lee County, Mariah Norman, WALB, your hometown news source.
Once again, shout out to this brother.
With black people just being grateful. I'm not disrespecting his family. I'm not with us having to stay on the news. We just grateful to be alive. Man, you got us fucked up, bro. Nah, we ain't just grateful to be here. Nah, that's disrespectful as hell, bro. But one thing I do know is it's a lot of us that has issues. We're not stable. R.I.P. that brother Micah X, who laid down a cold demonstration in Dallas when he was tired of the racial bigotry, killed them cops. I don't want innocent people killed. They had to use for the first time in history, they had to use a robot to kill that man. They were so terrified. They couldn't just go in there themselves. They wasn't man enough. They sent a robot in there to kill that brother. The cowards. Like I say, they don't understand. It's a lot of FBA that don't take no orders from nobody. They're not in groups. They lone wolves. And they don't gonna call nobody. They're not gonna get with nobody. They just gonna lay down a cold demonstration of revolution and self-preservation. That's a fact.
Brother right here for defending his family, man. Now, what I'm hearing from my lady is that these were new neighbors. Moved in within the last 3 months from what I'm being told. This is probably the first time seeing an event from his neighbors take place, and he's doing what he does, trying to use his white privilege to go ahead and step in and regulate the neighborhood. Y'all know how they get now. Feel like they own and run everything, but he ran into the wrong folks.
The problem is, I know a lot of y'all get a little money, and then y'all want better school districts for y'all kids. I understand, bro. But that's a catch-22 because you're going to surround yourself with people. Nigga, where you in our community? Right by your house. Nigga. And they fight. You in the belly of the beast. I understand you want to get away from the crime and the poverty. Well, we got to get rid of crime and poverty where we grew up. It's not going to work just going to a better neighborhood and your neighborhood not shit. Karmelo Anthony family made a terrible mistake going stay around them racist bastards. That was a mistake. Being around people who don't like you. You know, we're gonna have to admit that. Now this family right here, they neighbors, it's some bigoted whites who don't like them being there. We have felt like, I got the money, I'm gonna stay where I want. We got to stop staying around people who don't like us. And, you know, oh, I'm the first black person on the job, bro. They don't want you there. They don't want you there. Sister, why are you doing this? If you're the first black on any job, the second black, hey, bro, that's not a place for you. We only be calling the Civil Rights Division or force our way into any schools. That shit is dead. We need to learn our lesson.
ran into the wrong group of people and effed around and found out. Well, now we got to obviously shout out to the surrounding neighbors because they provided some footage. You can tell from the angle of this video that it's neighbors from across the street that provided this footage to show the altercation. Before we get into that, we got to read this caption. So in the video, you're going to see the guy driving by hanging out of the window. Yeah, on some real wild ghetto shit. How unsafe. A lot of low IQ buffoonery, right? You're going to see. And driving the car was this lady right here, Jesselyn Kinzer. Okay. Now the caption says, place of appointment, Phoebe Putney Memorial Hospital. This woman wasn't a bystander. She was behind the wheel while her husband rode through, hanging out of the window, blowing the horn and yelling racial slurs at our family during our reunion. Not once, but twice after those events, he drove away. Later, he returned wearing body armor and armed with an AR-style rifle. Our family was forced to run for safety as shots were fired. These are the questions that continue to weigh on my mind. What did she know? When did she know it? Why did she continue to participate? Why didn't she intervene or seek help if she believed violence was about to occur? I believe accountability matters. The trauma inflicted on our family did not happen in isolation. Our children, elders, and loved ones are still living with the fear from that day. I am sharing this because the public deserves to understand the full sequence of events and because every person who played a role should be thoroughly investigated and held accountable if they broke the law. All right. Now, due to the harsh language, I'm not going to be able to play this entire video, the full audio, but you're going to be able to see. The dude driving by in the car up here. Let's go ahead and tap into it. All right, so he drives by. They say they're getting ready to leave. They packing up and saying they goodbyes. Y'all know how it be at the end of a family reunion. The long ass goodbyes. So he pulls up on that bullshit. He's already hanging out the window to antagonize them, and they have an exchange because he antagonized them. All right. So after this is when he pulls back up with AR-15, body armor, and all that shit. And because of community guidelines, I cannot play the footage, but I can play the footage, but you can't hear what's going on because I can't have all the bullets and stuff. But you can see the family running away, and they're telling other family members to get inside as they're trying to run for safety. The caption of this video says, imagine gathering with your family, celebrating your grandmother's birthday in the end of a family reunion, only for someone to drive by yelling racial slurs. He came by twice trying to provoke us. When he didn't get the reaction he wanted, he went home, put on body armor, armed himself with an AR-15, and returned to attack our family. Our men stepped up and protected the women and children. The only person injured.
Themselves right into our hands with this type of shit. That's serious business. That's what I'm praying to God. I swear, I'm praying that one of these white supremacist devils pull up on me, bro. I'm praying, bro. And I'm praying, bro, that they do this to me where I'm at, bro. I'm praying they do that so the world can see, fam. That's serious business. They're going to deliver themselves right into our motherfucking hands with this type of shit. I want them to get beside their goddamn self. This is what I want.
Andrew was the man who chose
innocent people. Y'all got to be ready. Don't be no sitting ducks. But I want them to do this shit. Pull up, threaten us, reach for something, bro. I want action like this, fam.
He was arrested.
I'm going to do my best.
We came together as a family that day. We left grateful to still have one another. Stand against hate. Stop racism, racial slurs, hate crime. Family strong. Shout out to the Broussard family, Broussard Jenkins. More footage of them from that night. They say before the racial slurs, before the fear, before the gunfire, this is who we are. A family gathers together to celebrate, laugh, make memories, and enjoy one another's company. A family rooted in love, forgiveness, and togetherness. This reunion was about honoring our matriarch, spending time with those we love, and creating memories that will last a lifetime. These moments matter because they show what our day was supposed to be, a celebration of family, joy, and unity. We refuse to let an act.
What the fuck happened to the Nation of Islam? Is them niggas still alive? I know Farrakhan is sick. See, this was the fucking problem I told them niggas that we was getting to it. You niggas, Farrakhan never appointed a successor because he didn't want nobody being charged. That's the problem. Now he's sick and that man finna pass. Then there is no fucking leadership. And it's gonna be a civil war. Niggas gonna split up. It's gonna be all kind of different factions. But right now, nowhere to be fucking seen. Them niggas collecting a bunch of motherfucking dollars from one. Them niggas got a whole economy within the economy, bro. This is disgusting. Them niggas got thousands of troops trained for this type of revolution, bro, and they just been sitting on the fucking sideline, bro. Shame on the motherfucking Nation of Islam. Rose up, we raised up and told us they was the strongest, most militant black group in the history of America. I always said that was a fucking lie. That was the Black Panther Party. They shot it out from state to state and city to city with the fucking cops. Something the Nation of Islam never did, but okay, cool, we let that go. Where the fuck are they when the community need them most? Nowhere.
Of hate define us. We are more than what happened to us. We are a family built on love, resilience, and faith, man. This moment could have turned out to be a tragedy. It is something sad and something they'll remember forever, I'm sure, but it will also be something to represent how strong they are together. You feel me? For sure, this could have been a sad moment. But just existing, all they was doing was just existing, not bothering anybody. And here this dude goes and tries to weaponize his hate and try to take them away, man. That's crazy as hell, dog. Now, when Kanye made that song years ago saying racism still alive, they just be concealing it. We ain't even at that place no more. We done took plenty of steps back. Ain't no concealing shit no more. Racism is full blown in your face. Hate crimes every other day. You see what's going on with these court cases and how people are being unfairly treated. Yeah. You know, shenanigans going on when it comes to weak ass defense.
Shit. Our whole history, we didn't have black men was shooting it out. When they was lynching people, you had black men who had came back from World War I, World War II. Go watch when every time they tell you they was burning down a black city, black men was barricading places, shooting it out with them. Some cities they couldn't go into, they could just firebomb. A lot of our black men was putting it on the line. That's the problem. Motherfuckers don't want to put it on the line no more. Nobody want to put it on the motherfucking line no more. Everything not defensive. It got to be offensive. You can't just wait all the fucking time to be ambushed. That shit crazy, bro. We gotta stop doing this retarded ass shit and defend our fucking self and step on some goddamn shit, bro.
Fences.
Telling you, bro, we gotta wreck this American economy. We gotta wreck this bitch ourselves, nigga. Fuck what Iran did, bitch. We'll make the closing of the Strait of Hormuz look like child's play, nigga. You thought Iran did something when they closed the strait, bitch? We won't be no economy. Fuck you talking about? It won't be now, motherfucking grocery store. Now gas, it won't be no gas in America. We gotta get treated like this. Won't be no refineries. That's going up.
Black defendants. It's a lot going on in America. What I will say is, as you can see, we're not going to continue to be the ones to be losing our lives just because you got hate in your heart. Thank God in this situation, we're going to hope that this dude will be prosecuted to the full extent, not just some aggravated assault shit. Hopefully when the DA gets his hands on the investigation, he actually applies more charges that's fitting for the pain and trauma.
Problem we got. We got to wait on justice from the same bastards denies justice, y'all. If he get convicted, man, fuck it. Come on back out here, bitch. Let that man go, man. He ain't did nothing. Let that man go, man. We ain't witnessed nothing. We don't even know if he was the shooter, man. Let that man go, bro. I hope the family don't show up to the motherfucking trial. Let that man go, bro. That's the problem. That's the fucking problem. They know they can do that shit to black people. Then they can get with the judges that's rigging. Then they just laugh and we go on about our business. That's the fucking problem, man. That man supposed to be ever up with that man just because he missed and black people still on business. Oh no, bitch, this not over with.
Hey, you black owned mother supermarkets, all that shit, black owned. This your time. Lower them prices and make your bread. This is the great shift that can happen right now. Don't try to get greedy and make all your money out one person. You see what's going on in the world. Go ahead and lower them prices. Watch what happens.
Thank you. I just want to take this time to thank everybody who's come in the store over the last couple of days. You just don't know what a blessing it has been for my small business. It has allowed me to come in and be able to order more products this week. So next week, we're going to have some more stuff coming in the store. So you all please keep coming. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Baby, can I tell y'all, I love y'all down. Y'all blew this business up so much, I had to go to Beauty Supply Refresh. There was no way around it. Y'all, this was the most liked and commented on Beauty Supply on my whole post.
but this whole last post I had. And can I tell y'all the experience was, and it was the experience. I love seeing black people like we black people, because we just know how to black people. Okay, I love that for us.
Look at y'all go. Every single post that comes down my DM timeline, like, share if it's not an ad. Please know if you're using ads, we can't share the freaking video, whatever that is about. It's their standard. Keep telling us that feature is not available. But I want you to know that my spirit is so lifted and so swelled with knowing how many of you are out there, no matter what your business is, and you letting the world know, because they are going to support us. They either embrace us or their lives will not be great.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are all doing well. So in today's video, Black Americans have decided to stop focusing more on telling people to boycott Asian businesses or using their energy to advise people to boycott Asian businesses. But now they are throwing more light on Black-owned businesses and encouraging Black Americans to support Black-owned businesses. And it's beautiful. So many businesses people didn't even know exist. Now, a lot of them are coming out and it's lovely to see. So before we get into the video, if you're coming across my channel for the very first time, my name is Philomena. Kindly like the video as you're watching so YouTube can recommend it to as many people as possible. And please subscribe to my channel. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for your love and support. You guys are the real MVPs.
Hey, I'm Jeanette Bolden Pickens, one of the owners of 27th Street Bakery, and this is my sister Denise. Denise Michelle, the other owner. This is our third generation bakery, and we want to welcome everyone to 27th Street Bakery.
Yo, my boy built an app and y'all gonna like it, and you better go sign up.
Hey, you guys, I built like a
Put it to your face.
like a black Amazon. It's called Black. It's Black-owned businesses that you can shop from around the world. It also has 50,000 Black-owned businesses, brick and mortar, that are in your neighborhood that you can shop. So I hope you guys all download it. Thank you.
He ain't hoping for shit. You better do it.
A Black woman fired from Microsoft has opened Chicago's only Black-owned grocery store.
Hi, I'm Liz, and I'm the owner of 40 Acres Fresh Market. You probably know us for having the freshest and bestest produce in town. On January 20th, 2018, we opened our first produce pop-up market in Chicago's Austin neighborhood, and we have not looked back since. We are driven by the simple belief that every hood should be healthy.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melody Winston. I'm the senior executive here at Living Fresh Market. My father, Dr. Bill Winston, is our lead pastor at Living Word Christian Center. He owns this whole 33-acre shopping mall from Batillo's to Taco Bell, and I've been working for him for 25 years. 5 years ago, we decided to take the keys from the last tenant who was here in order to run a store that could give back to our community, be a part of outreach, and also create some new entrepreneurs. There were plenty of people who had ideas and they wanted to figure out how to get them on the shelf. Well, we helped them get them on this shelf in here. And once they get on this shelf, they can go to Walmart, they can go to Jewel's, they can go to Kmart. Well, not Kmart, but you get the picture. But we're about creating entrepreneurs' legacy and also our next generation, teaching them how to run a grocery store. It's not impossible. I learned it. They can learn it. And so we're here to get back to community. We want to do a barbecue grilling event every month. So just so you know, so this is our first one. And so we want to be able to have our pit masters come. We'll introduce a new one every month. Next month is a female. Well, I can't wait for y'all to meet her because she's down there in Carbondale, Illinois. She's going to come on up here and show us her skills. But this week, it's a Backyard Barbecue Boys, and they're more local, but they are pit masters. They understand their craft, and they want to be able to give you some insight on how you can make your grilling better. And so we offer a tasting of each item for you, but we also want you to go in and shop, get to know our store, and also be a part of our 60-second shopping spree where we have 4 winners the last Saturday of every month. So we're excited about doing this. One of our church members actually is sponsoring the 60-second shopping sprees for everybody today. We want to thank her for doing that. We want to invite her out today. Hopefully she can get here and everybody can get a chance to meet her. And she's amazing. She used to own a ton of McDonald's. She's a black McDonald's operator. And so, you know, it's just about a part of being community legacy and pulling folks together. And we can all do this and win together in this game called life. So I just want to thank you guys for coming out. I want to invite everybody who's on social media watching us now, come on out to Living Fresh Market, 7530 West Roosevelt Road in Forest Park, Illinois. See you soon.
And this is what giving back to the community looks like. When you organize programs, get-togethers, and invest in the community and not just profit off the money that you make from the community, right? And it's actually very interesting to watch all these businesses come out like this, like they didn't exist. People didn't really know about them. And some ignorant people thought that Black people couldn't or didn't own businesses and daring them to go take loans to own businesses.
As we as Black people continue to move into this new era of self-reliance to where we're seeing more people in our community step up to the plate to fill in the void in regards to different products and services that have been sourced from outside of our community for far too long. There's a couple of things I want folks to keep in mind. Number one, this is something that's true to us, not new to us. Our ancestors have done it before and successfully, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do it better. We want this to be something that's sustainable for the next generations to come. This ain't no trend. This ain't no get rich quick scheme. This ain't no time to try to hit a lick and be finessing people. We want this to be sustainable. If you don't know what it means to be in community, your product, your business will fail. Plain and simple, dog. The way we as Black people need and want to do business is not what we have been accustomed to in this late stage capitalism. Our businesses, our services, our institutions need to be built on community, camaraderie, and rapport. Folks want to be able to walk into a business, dap folks up, have a conversation, see how your friends, your family members been, all that type of shit. People want to be seen. They don't want to be looked at as just another number. And with that comes quality customer service, tracking who are some of your most loyal clientele and showing them appreciation. The people that are going to be successful in this new era are the ones that are willing to put boots on the ground and be active in the community that they serve in, giving just as much as a community gives to you. People have got to also understand that we are not the global minority. The only other group of people that has a higher population than us on this planet, ironically, is Asians. There are billions of Black people on this planet and endless opportunities. And there's no better time than now for us to strengthen our bonds, not only here in America, but across the diaspora. So folks have got to understand that whatever you need, our community got it. Whether it's expertise, whether it's vendors, it don't matter. If you need help with marketing, HR, IT, procurement, whatever the case may be, I done seen a couple videos already of, some different Black-owned hair stores, talking about where they located, what they provide. And I can tell that some of these business owners are starting to get overwhelmed. People are like, oh, do you ship? And all this other type of shit. Take a step back, take a deep breath, and understand. People are patient. We have been patient enough. We have waited this long to get back to our roots and to what we know, we can do as a community for ourselves. So as long as you communicating properly and you being transparent, people are willing to be patient with you as you grow to meet the standard of what people expect.
Boy, y'all got them Asians hot. Y'all saw that guy that got on his platform and he was talking about, boycott Asians. We'll leave y'all community and see what y'all have. He was like, y'all won't have Chinese restaurants. You won't have the Chinese dry cleaners. You won't have the liquor stores. You won't have the Asian market. You won't have Jordan. Oh boy, he was rattling it off. But here's the thing. That might apply up north. It doesn't apply to the south because they don't know no Chinese dry cleaners in the south. If they do, they're far and few. The liquor stores, you guys don't own the monopoly on that either. Not in the south, Black, white, Asian, Indian. So that doesn't apply to you. The nail supplies, the nail salons, you guys have majority of that. But guess what? White people know how to do it. So do African Americans. We'll find somebody to do our damn nails. Also, he was talking about the clothes and stuff. We shop from Temu because Temu is cheap. You can take a 7-day cruise and you get 25 outfits for $50. Wear it one time, look fabulous, and throw that shit in the trash. We don't care. And he was talking about the Asian market. Well, a lot of Black people don't go to the Asian market anyway, and talk about the Nikes. Again, the Nikes, your Jordans, Michael Jordan gave it to you guys to make over there in China because they were cheap labor. It wasn't because he preferred you guys. It was just cheap labor. So stop making them. Everybody got a pair any damn way. We don't care. But to come out there and to raise Cain like that shows that you're scared. Because a lot of you guys up north are in poor Black communities. So you depend on the Black community to feed you. Then he talked about, we pack up and we go to our own community. We have our own communities. Okay, fine. So guess what? Have your Chinese restaurant, your Chinese dry cleaners, your nail salons and everything in your community. Why come to the poor Black people? Because you're not in the prominent white people neighborhoods. Hello. So again, we really don't care. I don't eat Chinese food like that because I'm not Chinese. You guys would go in your store, you about hurry up and buy, so I don't even buy. And I do my nails myself because over the years, you guys do a worse job and you want more money. So no, I do mine at home. And guess what? We've been doing our nails for decades. So we got a chick in the garage right now, so we're doing acrylics. So you'll be okay. So again, make that be a wake-up call because they're talking pure cash shit about Black people. And what we will lose if we stop patronizing them, we will lose a goddamn thing. So y'all be all right. So boy, bye. But let there be a lesson. You give your money to people that don't value you at all. They just want your dollar. Hurry up and buy. Hurry up and buy. So think about that next time you walk into an Asian establishment and they treat you like shit. Are you going to still give them your money? Or are you going to walk away and give it to somebody else? Food for thought. Just saying.
All right, Black folks, I need y'all to listen up, and we need to understand what we're going to do real quick also. There's something else on top of this Black people shopping at Black-owned businesses that we really also need to talk about. Financially, people are doing hard right now. Everybody cannot shop everywhere, and that's okay. We are in a new age of money being able to be transferred to people, and that's content creation. Black content creators, Black people understand you don't need to have money in order to like, comment, and repost Black content creators. You listening to my video for 1 minute, writing a comment, and then simply hitting repost, you just supported a Black-owned business. We are the entity. We always been the currency. And if you struggle to understand what that content creator supports, and do they also support Black people, look at their repost. Look at their reposts. Look at that, who and what they're interacting with. And they don't have to be a big content creator. You see a Black content creator, like, comment, and repost their video and listen to it for at least a minute and repost it. You got content creators rapping Black lyrics and got 1 million likes and 200 million views on a video, and it's crazy. You got these content creators making $20,000, $30,000 off of a video, supported by your Black fingertips. You don't even need money. If you're spending 20 minutes online, it better be 20 minutes spent like, commenting, and listening to Black videos at least 1 minute. Because every content creator that has made a millionaire is money and resources to the Black community.
Hey, welcome to the Black Farmers Hub. We are located at 1409 Cross Street. And as you guys can see, we got the special fill a bag up for $25 and get a free dozen of eggs. But wait, we got 2 more options that you can get with your bag. Come on in the store and let me show you. So, this is the bag that you fill for $25. And this week, we normally you can't put certain things in the bag, but this week we are not honoring that. So, you can fill this bag up with some onions, okay? Some onions, some sweet taste, some other taste. Then you can come on over here and get some vegetables. You can get a cucumber or 2 or 3 or however many you want to put in the bag. We got peppers. You can get some beets as well. Get some chili soup. Okay. We don't come all around here. You can get off this shelf too. So we got some really beautiful sweet peaches. Put them in the bag. We got mango. Put them in the bag. Apples. Y'all know where they're going. In the bag. There. Now y'all see I'm all the way up to the top. This is $25. Okay. So with your bag, like I told you, you can get a free dozen of eggs, or you can get 2 beans off the shelf, or we got 2 different fish that you can choose from this week, which is a grouper and a sea bass fish. But come with me, let me show y'all what else we got. We got the cedar watermelon, yes. So we got cedar watermelon today, 1 for 15 or 2 for 20. Y'all come on, get this juicy watermelon. And just to let you know, we also accept EBT in the store. You can purchase almost anything in the store with EBT. Only thing that you cannot purchase is the hot food that we make. And we make the best wraps in the city. Y'all already heard, so y'all need to come on down and try it.
Yeah, and you should know, like, other of them have said some things about how Black Americans run their business. Like, some have the behavior issue, being rude to people and everything. Also, some would want to make so much profit on one person and everything. So they are advising the community or the business Black business community to not, one, be greedy, and do not try to make profit on just one person. Like, bring your prices down, let people patronize you, get yourselves out there and help the community help you grow.
Okay, guys, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. I got to do it because it seems like no one else will. A lot of Black-owned businesses lack good customer service. Yep, I said it.
Yeah, I see people talk about this behavior issue also, but then when they go into these other Asian shops, they face same issues or even more. Sometimes racially profiled, sometimes they'll ask you to pay upfront before you even get the service. Meanwhile, there are other people that come there, they do not pay upfront before the service. But then you are made to. Why is that?
I'm just going to say, some of y'all is getting on my damn nerve coming on here saying, y'all want us to shop black and we willing to shop black, but y'all got to do better with y'all customer service. Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit because let me just say this. I am a true believer of customer service. If you treat me bad, I will definitely call corporate. I'm one of those. Yes, me. But let me just also say this. Some of y'all is the same one who on here making these videos. As soon as you get your money, you at Walmart. Not all Walmart. Line going around the corner. Can't get no help. They won't even walk you and show you what the product is that you're looking for, but you show up every time you get your money. Especially in Miami, you go through the drive-thru, they won't even say thank you, come again. They just stick the food out and give it to you in your hand. Y'all, it's amazing that when it comes to black businesses, they have to be perfect. And I am going to say this. If you own a business, please hire people that's customer friendly. If you know you're not customer friendly, still hire people and let them deal with the customers. But it's amazing to me that y'all were going some of these small businesses that is not black that won't even speak to you. They won't say thank you. They take the money, they sit it on the counter, you walk out. Your kids walk in, they got to put their book bag down. But then y'all would get on here and nitpick how customer service is with black customers. I don't know where y'all going.
And one more thing. So if we're serious about going out and making the effort to find a black-owned business to frequent, food places, nail places, hair shops, beauty supplies, cleaners, then we have to put down some old habits, things that we have been doing in the name of white supremacy. Number one, black businesses, especially when they get first started, your job is to patronize them and not ask for a discount. Pay the full price so that they can turn a profit. We need to give them a chance to get on their feet before we start asking for discounts and hookups. We should not be going in with the attitude that they should kiss our feet because we are there when we could have took our business somewhere else. That's number one. Number two, it is very likely that a new business will fuck up. They will get your order wrong or their service won't be ideal, but give them a chance. Give them the feedback politely and professionally and allow them to make it right. If your experience wasn't ideal, try it again. Go back and give them another chance. Don't be so quick to write them off. Now, in the hair business in particular, I have to say that we have been dealing with a lot of unprofessionalism for a very long time. This whole idea about showing up washed, blow dried, braided, with your own hair in your head, we've been putting up with too much, and there's too many horror stories of unprofessional hairstylists taking advantage of people, requiring deposits, and you don't even know where you're going. You don't get the location until the day of your appointment. And that's supposed to be about security. No, it's not. That's about having ganked enough people, and you don't want to be found. You want to control who has access to you. And if you do that, then it's because you've had some unsatisfied customers and they're after you. And yes, I know people do hair out of houses and you got to know who you're doing. But if you're a professional, go rent you a space. They're cheap. Go rent a space and have a door and an address for people to go to. And the only reason that people are doing this is because we wait till the last minute, we got somewhere to go, and now we desperate to get our hair done, so we end up putting up with a bunch of bullshit from unprofessional stylists. And that stuff has to change.
Yeah. So, like, are you ready to support these Black-owned businesses? And these Black-owned businesses, are you also able to support your community to help you grow? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, so guys, we've come to the end of today.
This particular community. And it's not just this particular community. Rick Child, right? Say, oh, well, why y'all reacting that way for this one case? I mean, even though we know it's bad and some of them say he should have went to jail, but still this one guy, why do I have to suffer for this one guy? Well, we gonna kind of show you just a few things, right, in the past that's been going on in a lot of your businesses. Because one thing about FBAs, I want everybody to know this and listening, no matter anybody outside of Black America. When we respond, it's never just one time. It's never that you did it once. It's you've been doing it for years. And Black people are the type of people that they will forgive. They'll let it go. They say maybe he had a bad day. Maybe she had a bad day. Maybe this person is anti-Black, but it's not all of them. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that. Black people give you so much benefit of the doubt. Even the people who never deserve it, and we talking about the folks, they still give you the benefit of the doubt. But then once you run out of that with Black America say, all right, I'm done. I don't want to hear it because I didn't gave you so many chances, so much grace, and you still chose to treat us this way. No, we good, pimping. We good. Matter of fact, I'm telling you, I'm that way personally. I'm telling you straight up. I will go along with a person for a very long time. I won't say a whole lot. I say, well, maybe this, maybe that. I know I have like about a 2-year limit though on that. I'll give you some time, maybe 2 years to get it right. But once I get to my point with you, I'm done. And usually the way I do it, people are like, wow, why he move like that? But no, I've been giving you a long time to fix it. And most of the community feel that way. We give you a long time to fix it. We tell you. We plead with you. We ask you. We do all kind of ways to tell you. And you don't listen. And then when we respond, now everybody crying about how Black America is responding to the way we have been treated by this particular community. And it's not just this particular community. It is all these other groups have treated us in the same way as a collective of people. Then the crazy part is they mad about it. They treat us horribly in these stores and yet want to get mad and we say, okay, cool. Well, we know we're going to stay out your store then. No problem. I got so much to play for y'all tonight, but appreciate y'all coming on through, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. Once again, thank you once again for supporting us on the African Diaspora News Channel app. We greatly appreciate that. Those of you who have supported us from the beginning, some people may join yesterday. Thank you for being supportive of grassroots Black media, because that is what we own. Understand this platform is a rented platform, is a leased platform. It is not ownership. Everything we have is on our app, okay? That is the one-stop shop for everything that we do is on our app. So make sure that you join us. It's $9.99 a month. Like I said, we just need to get 10,000 people total on our app, and we didn't won completely. I believe we won at that point. That's all we got to do. $9.99 a month is affordable, and say a month, right? It's not a day. It's a month. Also, when this new upgrade comes, we're gonna do a sale for the annual. That'll be coming up. So we'll announce that when the day comes to do that. But let's go ahead and run this real quick, and we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me make sure I do this the right way this time. Okay, cool. All right. Well,
What if I told you there's a news platform made just for us?
go ahead and get started because I know your time is precious and your time is beautiful, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day, whether you're watching this on TV. If you're watching this on TV, we have that promo code. QR code, and you can scan that. It take you directly to our landing page, and you can get the app. That's why we have that on the screen. Or later, you want to just click it from wherever. Hey, it is what it is. You scan it with your phone. All right, so let's get started. We got a lot to show you tonight. And now this is the first video we want to show you. This man is don't understand. He's not understanding, y'all. He's not understanding. So let's go ahead and play this video. We got a lot to play tonight, but let's go.
Boycott Asian businesses. Look, I know many people are angry. They think justice needs to be served. So they want to boycott Asian businesses. I know emotions are high, and if this is how you think there's going to be some justice, okay, I'm okay with it. But then when does it end? When is it, okay, we've boycotted Asian businesses enough, justice is served, now let's move on? I just personally don't think this is the solution. If anything, it produces more tension, creating some unnecessary race war. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of Asian business owners that are like, what happened? Where's all my Black customers? They're just trying to make a living. They're just trying to make money. Now, what's the answer? I don't know. If you have any productive recommendations, please comment below. But personally, I just don't think boycotting Asian businesses achieves anything.
All right. So the man says he doesn't believe boycotting Asian businesses achieve anything. He says this creates tensions. He even said the word race war. Sir,
they don't want.
Now, let me talk to you as a person that who do this all the time. And I'm trying to understand your logic here. So Rick Child takes the life of Cyrus.
All these bastards out here bluffing, sneaking us, ambushing us. They don't want a race war, neither do the motherfucking whites. They want to scare us to death and lynch us in the courts and get one peaceful brother here, get a meek 18-year-old brother there. But the race war they talking about, and that do scare a lot of blacks because they fucking cowards. Oh, when do we go? When do it start? When do that shit start, bro? Give us a day and a time. Is it going to be Monday, Tuesday, 5 o'clock? Is it going to start 12 o'clock at night? Just let us know, bro. This fucking a Royal Rumble. Put all the fucking races in the ring. Let's just do this shit. Let's see who come on top. Race war. I'm tired of them talking about this shit like they're actually somebody. They not. Fucking bastards. That's what we want, bro. We fight harder when we ain't got no choice. That's why a lot of blacks. We need to just throw their ass in the water. Let them swim or sink. So they need to just throw their ass into the water. Make them bastards. Make all these coons defend their fucking self.
Carmack Belton, okay? He gets off scot-free for doing this, even chasing him down to do it. We just watched Karmelo Anthony, who was being roughed up by Austin Metcalf, and he defended himself, and he went and got 35 years in prison. While your person, your community shot a young man running away, and he still got off. Okay. We watch Daniel Penny grab Jordan Neely from behind, who wasn't even touching nobody. Now, Jordan Neely has some mental health issues, who don't in New York a lot of times, beyond which you see a lot of mental health issues in New York. But he choked him from behind. He walked away scot-free. Got to take pictures with the president of the United States and the vice president in the skybox. And you still take an issue with Black Americans, say, okay, all right, well, this is how we going to respond to this. Economic boycott. Not do nothing to you personally, physically, not commit a crime. Economic boycott. You ask what happened to my Black customers. Well, when you had the Black customers, this is how you were acting. Let me not you in particular, sir, not you, but this is how people in your community was acting. Let me go and cue this up.
We still. No. We gotta test
You're miming me. I don't know what you're doing.
I don't care about you.
Well, get out. Get out.
She just said we look like we steal.
Get out. Get out.
Hey, this is the Augusta House store, man. They said it looked like we steal. I just spent $30. Did I not? Did I not just?
Why would you ask her in the first place?
Because she keeps staring at me. What you mean?
You're staring at us.
I can't even shop in peace. Then she say it looked like you steal.
Just get out. Just get out, please. I don't want any trouble. Get out. Get out. Get out.
I did that, but y'all going around. Look like you said it looked like I steal on.
I gotta watch him. My job.
So I am currently in the beauty supply store in Norwood by Xavier University. And I had somebody following me so closely, like every time I turned, he turned. Like it was real ridiculous, right? A staff member approached me and like, you okay? Because they saw the stuff going on. So I politely told them when I came to the front how I felt as a patron of this store, like I was being intimidated because I was Black and I did not need to be followed because I'm not going to steal. The gentleman here proceeds to then get smart with me, start talking in whatever Korean or whatever language she speaks, and start yelling. So then I start getting loud too. Like, look, no, you need to understand. You guys are minorities as well, and it's wrong to treat people like that. We patronize them, and then they treat us with disrespect. They got their phones on me. I don't care about none of that. They threatened to call the police on me. But what they need to understand is, like I told them, call the police because I have a right to express how I feel as a patron of this store. I said that you also should probably, let's do this together, sis. I said that you all should probably understand that how customers feel when you all are being rude.
What's your bag number? Give us your bag number. What's your bag number? That's why you said that. What's your bag number?
You went to the police, you wouldn't say that.
Don't you worry.
If you went to the police, you wouldn't say that.
Don't worry.
What's your
What's your bag number? Give us your bag number. What's your bag number? That's why you said that. What's your bag number?
You went to the police, you wouldn't say that.
Don't you worry.
If you went to the police, you wouldn't say that.
Don't worry.
What's your book?
You really? I'll pay your $10. It ain't even worth it. I know it's not even worth it. No.
A Chesapeake father wants justice after he says his daughter was among a group of girls wrongly locked inside a business for a crime they didn't commit.
My daughter and her friends won't ever forget about that. So I just think that's wrong.
Police say the incident happened last Friday at Coco Beauty Supply in the Parkview Shopping Center. The owner of the store says a little over a week ago, a group of girls stole over $1,000 in merchandise. So they printed off this surveillance picture of the suspects and handed them out to nearby businesses in hopes of catching them. Then this past Friday, Reuben Houston says his 16-year-old daughter and 3 of her friends were at the subway in that same shopping center when they noticed a security guard was following them. He says they walked into the beauty supply store a few businesses down. Shortly after entering, Houston says a manager locked the girls inside.
My daughter asked them, why can't we leave? She says, you'll find out.
That's when Chesapeake police say they were called and responded about 10 minutes later. After a quick investigation, police realized the girls were not involved with the previous shoplifting incident and they were let go. Houston filed a police report and says he believes this was a case of racial profiling.
I personally think that everybody's going to be a suspect. You know, if you have braids or weave and you're Black, I mean, even the kids are suspects now. I mean, I guess mine was.
I spoke with the beauty supply manager who locked the girls inside. She says it all started because a Subway employee called security on the girls, thinking they looked like the suspects. She sincerely apologized and says she only locked them in because the security guard told her to do so.
All right, sir. So that's just a couple of the greatest hits, and it's way more than that. Oh, it's so much more than that. And it's quite interesting that you got black people plastered all on your beauty supply store. You're not even diverse in how you do it. I never see white women on your wall, on the store on the outside. I don't see Latinas. I don't even see other Asian women. It's nothing but black women that y'all be putting outside these stores. And the same black women that walk in those stores, you're criminalizing them. Now, nobody supports theft. I don't support that. But come on, every black person that walk in is not stealing. So back to the gentleman. So you see why, just a little bit, sir, the one in LA was saying white power. See, we got to deal with people from your community, sir, that wants to be on team white supremacy. And one thing that we're not dealing with anymore, period. That's why we say it's no coalition. The coalition days are done. Too many of you immigrate to this country, and some from the diaspora too, immigrate from this country, and you want to assimilate into white supremacy. And then you start attacking us. But see, the difference is with a lot of the folks versus you is that a lot of your businesses is ingrained in the black community. You sit up here and sell food that you wouldn't even eat. They always say, if you don't see Asians eating in them restaurants, don't eat there. They always say that's a rule of thumb. They give y'all any old thing. How many times have they busted them with the way they handle food, busted them with having rodent meat and all kinds of things in these places? They busted them. If you really want that food that bad, black folk, you can cook it yourself. You mean tell me FBAs don't know how to cook Asian food? We can cook every kind of, man, we are FBAs. We can cook anything. And it's okay for black people to open up a Chinese restaurant if they want to. Maybe they want to open a fusion restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You can open whatever restaurant you want. You want to open up a Mexican restaurant? A FBA can open whatever we want. We don't have to be just pigeonhole just a soul food restaurants. I want y'all to understand that. If we want to open Italian food, we can do it. We're not pigeonholed to just soul food. Now, yes, I love soul food. Don't get me wrong, but we can do whatever we want. Think about it. If a brother or sister have a big popping Chinese restaurant, let's say this dude learned in China how to cook it, and yet he doing his own thing with it, or she doing her own thing with it. You know, the food is food. Food is global, okay? And so that's what it is. And when we cook food, we're not going to do the things that they have been caught doing. Right? Now, let's go back to this guy here. He asked, how long is going to last? Now, you ask that question because you're not taking it seriously. And I understand why. Because there's so many times that black people have said, we're going to boycott their businesses or whatever. And then I have to say this, you go right back to them within 2 weeks, if not a week. So this is why he said, okay, all right. You get it out your system, justice be served, all of that. Okay, guys. Can y'all go ahead on just end this? I mean, come on, y'all doing too much. What did the man say? They just trying to make money off of us. None of that money is coming to the black community. And listen, when immigrants come to this country, they come here to make money. They come here like the sister in the video said, I come to take. That's what they come to do. They come to take. They come to take money and whatever. They're not here to benefit nothing we got going on. We don't benefit from no immigration. These people that come in our communities, they don't say, you know what, man, the black community really support us and man, I put my kids through some good schools and we live great. You know what? Let me make sure to give back. Y'all won't even hire black people in a black neighborhood. Y'all won't even hire them. You refuse to. I just did a video the other day on the Emancipation Media channel where a sister from Harlem was like, I went over to the Asian business looking for a job, looked at me like I was crazy. In a black area. That's how cold y'all are with it. You won't even hire black people. You don't give back to the community. You know, Juneteenth is coming up. You know, like if y'all gave back to the community, like, man, you know, let's have some Juneteenth event or something. Shoot. Because if 90% of my business is coming from black people, hey, let's celebrate Juneteenth. I'm game. Hey, man, shoot. Black History Month. Man, I'm giving y'all a discount all February. I'll give you 10% discount for Black History Month. Because my business is in the black community or whatever community, I'm going to celebrate whatever they got. So if my business was in the Chinese neighborhood and they talking about Chinese New Year, I'm celebrating Chinese New Year with them. Why? Because that's my customer base and that's what keep my family fed. So I'm going to keep them happy. I'm not going to say some craziness about Chinese people. I'm not going to lock Chinese kids in a restaurant. I'm not going to do or beauty supply store, whatever I got. I'm not going to do that to them. I'm going to try to do what I can to be the great guy in the Chinese community because that's how my family eating. But a lot of y'all have not respected black folks a long time. So for years, for a long time, y'all have been hella disrespectful to black folk. Hella disrespectful. In the way black people have been treated when giving you their money. That first video, the dude paid $30. So it's not like he's went in there just looking around. And he still was treated crazy. The woman looking at him like he crazy. After he spent money. But we wrong. Black America, you wrong. You're wrong for want to keep your money in your pocket. These people really believe, and it's not just them, it's all these other groups. They really believe they own our money, that we have no right to say where we spend our money that we own. And let me tell y'all something else. You ready? We're not as lazy as your lies are, right? Lazy people don't have a $2 trillion buying power. That's not lazy people. Don't y'all ever sit here and let nobody tell you that black America is lazy. Lazy people don't earn money. Lazy people earn zero. If we were so lazy, why are you worrying about black people boycotting? We were lazy, right? Because that's what a lot of these other groups like to say about black people. Y'all lazy. You don't take the opportunities. You're lazy. You're lazy. We got a $2 trillion buying power, and we didn't leave our homeland to come to another one. Talking about the people who never left. Understand? You did. You want our money. We're not crying for you. You can tell us today we're going to boycott your business. Like, okay, go ahead. We know you're not our customer base like that. You're not. We're not tripping. Then the original dude who posted that challenge video, the challenge Black America, he took that down. I mean, stand on business. Now, let's follow this up. But this one sister that she was in the midst of they TikToks. Let's cue up what this sister had to say about what they were saying over there.
I found myself in Asian people business, and this is what I found out. They mad about that boycott. They real mad about that boycott. They saying that if that boy went in that store trying to steal them bottles of water, even though it's been proven so many different times that boy did not try to steal them bottles of water, he would not have been put on a t-shirt. In fact, mind you, I'm only the messenger. This is exactly what they said. They said that they tired of these. Those are their exact words, okay? They also are saying that if y'all are so anti-Asian and y'all don't want to use none of our, make sure you don't use nothing made in China. Make sure you don't buy none of our wigs and weaves. Don't go to our hair stores. Don't go to our restaurants, our corner stores. Don't do nothing. They said stay up out of our, they said they tired of y'all broke coming and they stealing. Then all in the same breath, they're upset that we don't want to be racially profiled every time we want to go and patronize any of these businesses. Yeah, they're saying that we're playing the Asian hate card, although when we're going in these same Asian businesses that are in our communities, we're being followed around. You know, we're being accused of stealing. You know, y'all are trying to enforce these rules on the people that are quote unquote supposed to be patronizing your business. Then you got the PR princess, the power to the people, okay? Child, they are going working overtime, making video after video, how they stand with the Black community, and they're just so ashamed, and, you know, that they understand why Black people don't want to patronize Asian businesses. But yet, when you're at the dinner table with your mom and dad and your grandma and everybody at the table, and they're openly being racist, you're not doing or saying anything. You see, you're power to the people and you support the Black community when Black people are in the room. But when Black people are no longer in that room, are you still having that same stance and viewpoint? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Hey, y'all, I just wanted to share with everybody online that this beauty supply store, New World Beauty Supply Store, is now out of business. It's out of business because you guys boycotted the Asian-owned New World Beauty Supply Store. This is what I'm talking about. It is now closed. This is located in Los Angeles, and it's closed for a week now. And I know it's because y'all stopped supporting these people, and you guys really send a message that no, we don't need to support Asian-owned beauty supply stores. This one is located in Los Angeles, but they're all over the country. We need to boycott all of them. And they want our money back. Basically, they're going to have to approach our community with condolences for the 14-year-old that was killed by another Asian owner. And they're going to have to do more than that. But yeah, it's closed, y'all. Good job.
Well, you know, and shout out to the sister who's doing some good recon, you know, in what they're saying about us as Black people. So they're not apologetic about anything. They're just pissed off at you because how dare you, Black people? So you remember we talked about last night about the collective self-esteem of Black America and how Black America for a very long time had this low self-esteem. That's why you beg for coalitions. You beg because you always wanted a friend. You always want a friend. If anybody just acknowledge you, you're like, oh my God, it's great, right? And now what's happening and what I have been seeing happening, which is a beautiful thing, mind you, your collective self-esteem is starting to raise. And when your collective self-esteem starts to raise, you're like, I don't need nobody. I'm good. Man, I got my community. What I need from them? Man, we got a whole $2 trillion that we make as a collective. Well, I don't need nothing from none of y'all. That's when you understand your power. That's when you understand your high collective self-esteem. Once you understand that you are the culture, not a culture, you're the culture. That's what also, like me, for example, you know why I don't worry about, oh man, maybe I do some stuff to maybe cross over and try to, I don't have to cross over crap. You know why I don't have to cross over anything? Because I am part of the culture. Everybody want to be a part of the culture. I don't have to go chase nobody else's culture. All these different countries throughout the world is copying my culture. We're not copying theirs. Let's call it what it is. In a lot of these Asian countries, what hairstyles are they trying to do? Our hairstyles. What music are they trying to do? Our music. Look, K-pop, it comes directly from our music. They do hip hop in Japan. They do all these different places. They doing us. We're not doing them. We're not walking around with no kimonos or nothing else over here in America. We are the trendsetters. We are the culture. And they get mad. Oh, Black Americans think they're main characters because we are the main character. That's why a lot of you don't like us. And we're not even trying to be. That's the interesting part. We're not trying to be the main character. It's just in us to be the main character. Main character energy, whatever it is. Even the folks don't like that about us. That they got all this power and everything they have, and they still not the main character. They still looked at as lame. And the only time they even get halfway some acknowledgement is when they mimicking us. You can go all the way back to Elvis Presley, to whoever. They got to copy and mimic who we are because we are the culture. We are the salt of America. Take us away from America and you have nothing. And them folks can't stand us for that either. But they know they don't want us gone either. And see how the sisters talking about how some of them responding about they pissed off, but at the same time, they like, well, when they going to stop spend money with us? That's how the folks feel too. They are angry and upset with us all the time. But at the same time, they can't take a boycott from us either. Listen, Dr. King showed us one good year. One good year. Or it could be permanent, but one good year boycott, sustained boycott, they will change laws and it will break businesses. One good year, one sustained year. That's all. And listen, if we do one sustained year and make an example, then these other groups will be like, yeah, let me go ahead on and leave them alone. I may not like them, but yeah. And see, at that point, remember we talked about last night how, the ADL and how they move and things like that. See, that's moving like them. That's a economic punishment. And Dr. King taught us that long time ago, and we don't use it enough. We don't got to go out there and commit no crime. We got to do nothing to nobody. All we got to do is say, hey, word on the street and everything what we doing right now, we ain't supporting you. We ain't supporting you. No. Telling us how long it's going to be. Well, justice has been served. No, sir. You don't tell us how long. We tell you how long. If it could be permanent. We don't know. Don't push it. Because we can make your cars be lame. We can make everything you got going on in America be a lame thing to do. And we can literally make American companies pop again. We can do it. Now, American companies would love that. But don't play it. Listen, I'm telling all you groups something. Don't play a Black America. Don't play with us. We got a $2 trillion buying power. Why in the world you want to mess with a group of people that got that much money to spend? I wouldn't do it. That doesn't even make economic sense. But you get so arrogant and you're listening to the white folks. The white folks are going to spend money with you like that. Now, if they do, hey, talk. Do whatever you do. But I don't see it. When I've ever seen them beauty supply stores, I don't see Becky and them walking in there like that. And I'm sorry, it ain't enough white girls dating Black men. They got braided hair and everything else to be going in that store that frequent your store, and the white girls are wearing the bonnets and all that. It's not enough for them to keep you open. Because contrary to popular belief, that's the majority of Black people date Black people. It's only a minority of Black people who with other groups of people. That's just statistics. So if Black people just pull their support, Black women in particular, pull their support, Black people stop going to those restaurants and all things like that. They pull their support. Look at white people. Go change everything to white, and let's see how long they gonna keep you open. That's the only thing now I'm gonna say. Just change it. But you cannot be following our people, criminalizing our people in these stores, gunning somebody down for something they didn't even steal. Like I said, that's savage, and that's a savage mentality. That savage mentality where you acting a fool over $2 products, $10, $20. Once again, we call the police over here. We let the police handle it. If they did steal or whatever, shoplift, the police would arrest them. They would take them to county. They have their day in court. That's what we do here. We don't lock people in stores here because really you can get a kidnapping charge. And some of y'all have gotten a kidnapping charge. You remember now this not have new Asians, but the African braiders that did that, they locked the girl in there and the police showed up and said, oh, you locked in here? Oh, it's a kidnapping charge. And then one of them was illegal. I don't listen, wherever y'all coming from your homeland, like my grandma say, you can sure tell when somebody didn't have nothing by when they get it, the way they act. Now I can tell you didn't have no money. We don't act that way over here. You need to learn the American culture. That's not what we do here. Now in your homeland, maybe y'all lock people in stores and beat people and do all that mess. Maybe y'all do. And maybe that's okay in your homeland. But over here, that's not what we do here. We have decorum here in America. You understand? That's why I say you have to leave those cultures in your homeland. When you come here, you need to adopt the American culture. Like if I went to your homeland, I can't bring my American culture over there. I got to learn your culture. And I got to go by what's the cultural norms in your homeland so I don't offend you and get into trouble and all those sort of things. It's just that simple. But you're not going to be sitting up here trying to put a timeline on what we do and how we handle things. Look at Target Corporation, okay? Target was the boycott. They're a big corporation. And it hit them pretty hard too. And they're big. The only reason they still open is because they big like that. Boy, but it hurt their sales. It hurt them big time. And they still hurting behind that. Y'all aren't Target Corporation. Y'all don't have that much behind y'all. A lot of your businesses are one-offs or maybe a couple of locations. Y'all not big corporations, not like a Toyota or Honda, them kind of corporations. Nissan. A lot of your businesses are mom and pop. And black people boycotting would decimate your local economy. Decimate it. Now, this is what I would say to black people. You see them places closing for good and they got a lease sign up. You go call them people up who own the building and say, hey, I want to open up a business here. That's what you do. Especially in your community, you doggone right. Yep, I want to go open up a business here. Maybe a beauty supply store, maybe whatever store you want. But if they go out of business and they put up a lease sign, start calling and getting there and starting business, whether it's a restaurant, whatever you want to open, laundromat, all the businesses they were doing, we got to do it because this is the thing. Okay, if those businesses closed that they're doing, then black people got to go in there and open up and do what they're doing. And so if they got dry cleaners, then and they closed down because of a boycott, then black folks got to go right in there and start a dry cleaner. Okay, because I'm gonna be honest. You can get them out of business, but if you don't replace that business with black people doing these businesses like we always did in our community, because in black history, American history, we've done everything from banking, dry cleaning, auto mechanic, shops, hotels. We've done it all. Think about it. We have done it all. We built this country, okay, from the ground up. So that's if they leave, then you have to replace it with a said business, and the community needs to start helping with opening these businesses. Because the one thing the immigrants do that we don't is that they pool their resources together. We got way more resources than they have actually, but where they get us at is they easily pull their resources together. They may get 10 people together and say, hey, we need everybody to put in 2,000 so we can get this open. And they do that. Then the next person get a business. Okay, well, shoot, let's go put in 2,000. And you got 10, 12 people putting $2,000 to help get something open. I mean, shoot, yeah. I mean, we gotta work with each other at the same time, because boycotting and all that is a part of it. Now, you can get them to act right with the boycott. Well, I know you would. Get them to start acting right. They'll be probably treating you almost like white folks, watching what they say about you, whatever the case may be. Okay. But do you want that, or do you want to say, I want to control all the businesses in my area? And that's more so the smarter move, is to control the businesses in your area by having the businesses dominated by black business owners. Or at minimum, you have them so in line that they're not going to overstep. That is the ultimate goal. You running the businesses, or at minimum, they still there, but they are so in line, they're not even trying to mess with you like that, because they know their livelihood is tied to you. But immigrants come here to make money. They're not coming here to be our friend, to worry about our needs. They come here to make money, to extract money from the black community. No different than the white community. It's just looking to extract money from our community. And I get it. That's capitalism. And we may need these goods and services. I get it. But we got to move different now, because y'all have to understand, we talk about the decline of America, decline of these folks. Well, as they decline, what are you going to do in this place? Because if you're still dependent on them to do things, then you're going to be in trouble when they decline. We know how to do everything in this country. We have the knowledge. We just got to start putting that knowledge in place. Listen, open up a black business also, ladies and gentlemen, isn't just a hookah bar. I know you love to open them, right? I know, especially here in Houston. A black business is more than a club. I know a lot of you like going to the club. I get it. A lounge, a speakeasy, whatever. No, we need dry cleaners. We need gas stations, right? We need restaurants. We need department stores. We need banks, black-owned banks. We need things that's going to, you know what I'm saying? Every community need. I mean, like I say, I think in Houston for sure, we got enough hookah bars and lounges, and we got enough. we need more things that's going to sustain the community. Because listen, the DJ don't help pay no bills. Smoking hookah and all that mess y'all doing on the weekend, going to brunch, that don't help sustain the community. Actually drains the community of resources. Even if it's a black-owned business, I think we need to open up things that we need. Because I think we got enough in Houston, or the Houston area, so to speak. You say laundromats, is there farms, and you know, we got what's the name of that black farm that we have here in Houston? They've been open about 100 years. I met the family. God, what's some people's name? Because they always go to the farmer's market. It's a black farm, and I had bought some lamb from them. Actually, meat was real good, real good. Matter of fact, shoot, I need to see if I can go see them this Saturday at the farmer's market. Because that black family, they got a lot of at the farmers markets. You'll find the black families right there from the farms. I bought plenty of things from black farmers at the farmers market. We're there. We're farmers. Oh yes, we are. It's just not talked about. Because farming isn't sexy to black people. You know what I'm saying? You know, watching animals and all that isn't sexy to black people like that. But we got black people that's still farmers. We need our farmers. Oh yes, we do. Our farmers is part of nation building and life sustaining. Without food, you don't survive. We got to have farmers. Everybody can't be a rapper or a singer. Everybody can't be a club owner. Somebody got to be the farmer. Somebody got to do that. We got to have food, because trust me, good fresh food that's grown from the ground by our people. See, my grandfather, he knew how to do it. Boy, he was good at that. I didn't learn that from him. Because by the time I got old enough, well, he was already sick. He could, I couldn't learn that at the time. But, he was good at that. And he knew how to grow that okra. I know okra is his thing. Okra. And he never even had a tiller. Man, my grandfather would sit there with a shovel and make a whole garden with a shovel. He had them rows you walk in between, all flat, nice and neat. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just with a shovel. This man would make all for the okra. And the beauty part of it, at least at my time period, I still got to see it. Now, y'all millennials and on, unfortunately, y'all didn't get to see some of this, at least in Port Arthur. But, you got neighbors across the street growing figs, got fig tree. Okay, well, shoot, hey, we give you some of them big brown bag. They had pecans and fig tree. That's two they had. And say, hey, shoot, well, give us 2 big bags of okra. I'll give you some pecans. I'll give you some figs. I get whatever. That's how black people used to. Oh, we got eggs over here. So shoot, you growing in watermelon? Oh boy, my grandfather growed in watermelon. Man, if I got something on my table, God, I don't have nothing on my table. I don't. Those watermelon my grandfather would grow would be, blood red. Bright blood red. Not that red you see today from them watermelon. I'm talking about bright blood red. And them things would be big, and he wouldn't be using no chemicals, none of that. And he would grow them watermelon. So I used to eat watermelon straight from the yard. Like he'd grow them big watermelons, and then of course he would trade them with people and stuff like that or whatever. But them big watermelons, they'll chop it up, they'll be so sweet. My grandmother put a little salt on them. Just a little salt. And we'd be eating that watermelon. Look, I don't care what somebody says, black people eat watermelon. Hell yeah, we were eating watermelon. Them watermelons good. And you cut them watermelon up, put them in the fridge a little bit, get good and cold, get you a big old bowl. Man, that watermelon is so straight. A watermelon is healthy. Don't you let these negative 180 IQ people tell you something about a watermelon. Man, watermelon come from God. And these people, the last people I'm going to listen to about anything about us is them. They're the last one. I wish I would. Oh, you eat watermelon. Okay, yeah. And what are you going to do about it? When I'm in the store, you go buy it too. What's the difference? You guys eat chicken. Okay. So God provided chickens to eat. What's wrong with that? If I want a rotisserie chicken, if I want it fried, if I want whatever, they go out there. They be at Buffalo Wild Wings too, and any other wing spot. Sienna Wings, shout out to Sienna Wings. We can make sure to go visit Sienna Wings in Missouri City, Texas. Free promo for Missouri for Sienna Wings. Black-owned business that's going through hell with the white folks. They won't let them put up their sign because they say their sign is they want them basically to sign over part of their profits, and they got to tell them what they doing, everything in their business for them to put a sign up for Sienna Wings. Because it used to be Sienna Plantation, but now it's called Sienna Group or whatever. Sienna Wings have their own trademark. So they trademarked under food or whatever. But they tell them they can't do it because their stuff is under real estate. It's a big mess and they go on to court over it or whatever. But yeah, if you're definitely in the Houston area, go to Sienna Wings, support that black business. They need your support. Yeah. King Noble's right. It'd be more white folk at Popeyes than black folk. I don't even, be honest with you, I don't eat fried chicken. I don't eat it. I ate enough of it growing up, but if I had to eat some fried chicken, it'd probably be air fried, if anything. Or if I just really had to fry it, I would have to do it in avocado oil. I would not go to these people places and they doing things in vegetable oil, canola oil. No. It has to be avocado oil if I had to do it, but anything with some fried chicken. That's only all I fool with. Canola oil, vegetable oil, that stuff will get me sick. Because once you get away from those kind of oils and then you go back to eating something with it, it gets you straight sick to your stomach. It's crazy. Just like if you get away from eating pork and you go back to eating it, it makes you sick. And that's a beautiful thing, actually. That's not a bad thing. But anyway, yeah, so my grandfather grew them with watermelon, and then I know in the back he had jalapeno and onion. That's what he had. And them jalapenos was hot. Oh my God, them things were hot. But it was straight organic. It was organic, straight organic. And fortunately today, a lot of our people aren't doing that. So the people who still doing it, I think we need to pick that up. Brothers and sisters, pick that up and start farming again. Because we got to have that. But
Coffee, follow me.